Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Ring Watopia Handicap, the latest in the Big Ring Handicap series. Tonight's race, 3 laps of the flat Watopia course. It's usually fast and furious. I'm recording this the day after, so I can assure you some fantastic racing coming up. The big field, over 50 again as we roll out from the start pen. And if you're wondering why perhaps you're not featured in the video if you're in the event, you need to check whether you had the correct handicap. A lot of the riders off the front aren't handicapped, so we'd love to see you back. Check the Facebook page, The Big Ring, to see the rules and how to get your handicap. Other than that, if you want more screen time, you've got to put in the effort, like a folded European pro team whose Russian oil oligarch sponsor has gone bust. You got to get out the front and get some telly time. So racing is live now in the underground section. A lot of jostling for early positions. People becoming more savvy to the race tactics required here at the Big Ring. Falling off the back is going to be hard to recover. So pace is on early. At 42-43 kilometers per hour at handicap weight. That's no easy feat. To help you understand, in the blue box in the top left, look out for riders' wattage and heart rate, generally a good indicator as to how hard they're working. Also their position on the rider list on the right hand side. So we're just showing here that lead group is stringing out. When the lead rider's put on the pressure, it strings out. Just in real life, the drafting effect here is very big on Zwift. You can save 25% or so by following a wheel, and we're seeing that now as people shuffle and get into their order. At the completion of the first lap now, this is Danny Matthews. Danny Matthews, the first legitimate rider. He looks to have opened up 40 seconds, which is no mean feat, on the chase group on the road, which contains Pose out of France, Burns, Rob, and then back to New. So it's a little bit fragmented. Just following the field through here. Henderson out of the United Kingdom's a new rider. Then back to Dan Mead, Rigans, first time rider. This is with a nice little group. Stokes, Petchak, Visser from Canada, and Abramovsky out of the US. Always better to work in a group if you can. The group will overhaul an individual for sure. So as things settle down a bit, this is the group chasing of New, Pose, Kip, Rob, Burns, and Mead. Danny Matthews still holding a 20-second gap over them or so as we come up the incline on the second lap round the Watopia course. So riding with Visser now, we see him at 500 watts nearly, up the incline. People are using their power-ups, getting also a bit more savvy about when to use your power-ups. You get 2 per lap, so really wise to use them as you go. No point holding on to them. So the chase group now just splitting a touch. We'll see if they can reform. This is Matthews at the end of lap 2. You see he's working at 180 beats a minute consistently throughout the event. Fantastic effort from Matthews so far. Back to New, Burns, Visser and Pose. Dan Mead's fallen off the back of that group. Back then now to Stokes, Abramovsky, Kip and Rigans, the first timer, doing well. This little group of 4 working well together. Back then to Rob. He was formerly part of that group. His day might be done. And then we're just briefly seeing the Davies got a little group together. This is McBrien coming back with a little group of Petchak and Marsland. So this group of 3 working well together. And then it is back 7 seconds to this group. Vince Rowbottom, Dean Davies ride leader, Nadal out of Canada, and Bioficio, the Spaniard. First time we've seen him in these events. So welcome to all the new riders. So third lap well underway, and we see here 2 of the chase groups have come together. So this is we've got here Davies, Bioficio, Rowbottom, who worked well to catch Marsland, McBrien, and others. Danny Matthews has been caught here. This is the catch of the first chase group catching Matthews. What can he do? Matthews working at 188 beats a minute and not able to stave off the chase group of Burns, Pose, Visser and New. As they come together, the question will be, can he hold on and find something else? This now the lead group on the road of Burns, New, Danny Matthews and Rob Visser, so a quartet leading the race from 20 seconds back from the chase group, which is increasing in size, so positions changing rapidly today. This is great racing. This is what the big ring's all about. This is that larger chase group now, often fragmenting in the dust bowl. It's hard to follow wheels when you can't see what's going on. Davies competing well. Bioficio in his first event. Forward now to New. Mead has caught back up and Visser, but look at this. Burns and Danny Matthews again off the front. Looks like Danny Matthews has used the Aero power-up. That is the most valuable power-up on Zwift. Burns trying to hold his wheel up this incline. This is often a decisive point on the race. Probably 3 or 4 kilometres to go to the finish line. Mead, after a valiant comeback, not quite holding the wheel of Visser here and New. And then back to Rigans, Stokes. It's all happening. This is Burns and Matthews. They've broken away. They're 10 seconds clear of the next group. So this looks to be first and second. Danny Matthews, look at him. Both riders working in 180 beats a minute here, right on the rivet. We'll just take a minute to calm as we're going to come around to the finish straight shortly. Two very experienced big ring event riders here. We'll see if they're playing tactics here. Coming around onto the main straight now, so probably 500 or 400 metres to go. It's Burns goes for the Aero power-up. He's going to try and ride Matthews off his wheel. Very dangerous tactics. I'm not too sure about this. Burns is working hard, 184 beats a minute. Matthews just sitting on his wheel. Now he gets out of the saddle. What can Matthews do here? Looks like he's going to get over the top of him. Does Burns have anything to answer with? Danny Matthews, 190 beats a minute. Matthews is going to get the win. Great work, Danny Matthews, and well deserved. It was Burns second, James New third. Then I think Mead breaking away from Visser. Stokes is going to cross. Here's a little sprint with Rigans and Kip. Peter Kip getting the better of him there. More experience in these events to know what the sprint's like at handicap weight. Abramovsky's going to be next. Very difficult to keep up with what's happening here. Fantastic racing. This is the golden shaft of Davies looking to get over the top of Bioficio. His first time event, Davies does get the better of him. He wins a sprint. Good on you, Dino. Bioficio next to Petchak. Clayton Marsland, who's done a huge amount of work in helping your commentator tonight, so thank you for that. Next group looks like here's Rowbottom out of the saddle and he's moved past Rob. He's going to move past McBrien, but he's not going to get Nadal. So Nadal, then Rowbottom, Rob, McBrien. It's all happened. What a fantastic event tonight. So recapping, if I've made some mistakes, it's Danny Matthews from Burns, New, your podium. Mead, Visser, Stokes, Kip, Rigans, Abramovsky, Davies, Bioficio, Petchak, Marsland, Nadal, Rowbottom, Rob, McBrien and Michael Kip. That is all.